Hello friends, welcome to ixamBee. Today we are going to talk about the PFRDA general exam in which there is a topic of Companies Act. We are going to discuss 50 most important questions from Companies Act from the topics that are mentioned in your syllabus in a series of 3 videos. These 50 questions will give you a very good revision on this topic. Let's have a quick look at the important dates. The last date for filling the online application form for PFRDA General is going to approach soon. The last date is 7th of October 2022. If your application is not yet complete, hurry up and wrap up your application. The exam dates are also out. Your Phase I is on 5th of November and Phase II is in December. Now, this is the syllabus of Companies Act that is mentioned in your notification. The questions will be from the chapter 3, 4, 8, 10, 11, 12 and 27. In this video, we will be discussing 15 questions and in the next 2 videos, we will discuss the further questions to give you a list of important 50 questions. Starting with the first one, a private company can raise funds through. The correct answer is both A and C, through right issue and through private placement and not through prospectus, because prospectus is issued by a company which is offering shares to the public and a private company is not allowed to issue shares to the public. Section 23 of the Companies Act deals with this, public offer and private placement. Here it says a public company may issue securities to public through prospectus, through private placement or through a rights or bonus issue, while a private company may issue securities by right issue or bonus issue or through private placement, but not by prospectus. Second question is, the correct statements relating to the shelf prospectus are. The correct answer is both A and B. A and B are correct. C is not correct. It is mentioned validity period cannot exceed more than 2 years or as may be prescribed. This is given in section number 31, which talks about shelf prospectus. There the validity period is mentioned about 1 year. The validity period cannot exceed more than 1 year or as may be prescribed. If you see section 31 shelf prospectus, here any class or classes of companies as the Securities and Exchange Board of India may provide by regulations in this behalf, they may file a shelf prospectus with the registrar at the stage of first offer of securities included therein, which shall indicate a period not exceeding 1 year as the period of validity of such prospectus, which shall commence from the date of opening of the first offer of securities. Now, what is a shelf prospectus? From the word shelf, you can understand that this prospectus is having a shelf life, which we have already seen that the validity cannot exceed 1 year. A shelf prospectus is actually a kind of prospectus which is released by a company making various issues for raising funds. So, for example, if over a span of 1 year, a company wants to make multiple public issues of securities, but every time the company does not want to issue prospectus to the public. So they will then launch a shelf prospectus defining a shelf life, and during that shelf life, they can issue securities to the public multiple times. In this way, they can overcome the long process of issuing the prospectus. With every new issue, they'll just update the financial information or other important information, other substantial changes in the company, and thus they need not issue the entire prospectus again and again. Moving to next question. Question 3 is, a company limited by shares may, if so authorized by its articles, issue preference shares which are liable to be redeemed within a period of. The correct answer is not exceeding 20 years from the date of their issue. As per this, the preference shares have to be redeemed within a period of 20 years, except in case of infrastructure projects where this shall not exceed 30 years. This is mentioned under Companies Share Capital and Debenture Rules 2014. Section 55 of the Companies Act deal with issue and redemption of preference shares. Moving to question 4, as per Companies Act, the securities premium account cannot be used for. The correct answer is payment of dividend. The securities premium account can be used for other purposes, but not for payment of dividend. This is given under section number 52 of the Companies Act. Question number 5 is, all shares in respect of which dividend has not been paid or claimed for 7 consecutive years or more shall be transferred by the company to the Investor Education and Protection Fund. The unclaimed dividend amount will be transferred to this fund. This is given under section number 124 of the Companies Act. Moving to question 6, what is Abridge prospectus? The correct answer here is both A and C. Abridge prospectus is a summary of the prospectus. It is a memorandum containing salient features of the prospectus. Point B here, which enables an issuer to make series of issues, this is that of a shelf prospectus and not of a bridge prospectus. A bridge prospectus is a prospectus which provides the full details of the company but in brief form. They are attached to the application form and contain a very brief summary of the entire prospectus. All the salient features, all the important provisions of a prospectus are contained in the abridged prospectus. This is given under section number 2, subsection 1 of the Companies Act. Moving to question 7, what is the minimum and maximum number of select group of persons who can be identified by the board for offer of securities or invitation to subscribe securities under private placement? The correct answer is 50 and 200. 50 is the minimum and 200 is the maximum number of select group of persons. This is given under section number 42, which talks about offer or invitation for subscription of securities on private placement. Here it is clearly given it shall not exceed 50 or such higher numbers, and these higher numbers have been mentioned under Companies Prospectus and Allotment of Securities Rules 2014, where it is mentioned that it shall not be made to persons more than 200 in aggregate in a financial year. Moving to question 8, the special resolution authorizing the issue of sweat equity shares shall be valid for making the allotment within a period of dash months from the date of passing of the special resolution. The correct answer is not more than 12 months. So here we are talking about sweat equity shares and for how long the special resolution shall be valid. This is given under section number 54, which talks about issue of sweat equity shares. And here it is mentioned that the sweat equity shares are issued in accordance with such rules as may be prescribed. In Companies Share Capital and Debenture Rules 2014, validity of the sweat equity shares is mentioned that it shall be valid for making the allotment within a period of not more than 12 months from the date of passing of the special resolution. Question number 9. What is the time period within which the first meeting of Board of Directors of a company should be held from the date of its incorporation? The correct answer is 30 days. This is given under section number 173 of the Companies Act. Moving to question 10. The quorum for a meeting of the Board of Directors of a company shall be dash, and the participation of directors by video conferencing or by other audiovisual means shall also be counted for the purposes of quorum. The correct answer is 1/3 of its total strength or 2 directors, whichever is higher. This is given under section number 174, which deals with quorum for meeting of board. Moving to question 11, related party transaction means. The correct answer here is all of the above. Section number 188 talks about related party transactions, and here it is said related party transactions means any contract or arrangement with a related party with respect to sale, purchase or supply of any goods or materials, selling or otherwise disposing of or buying property of any kind, leasing of property of any kind, availing or rendering of any services, appointment of any agent for purchase or sale of goods, materials, services or property, such related parties' appointment to any office or place of profit in the company, its subsidiary company or associate company, and underwriting the subscription of any securities or derivatives thereof of the company. Next is question 12. A small company is a company whose paid up capital and turnover shall not exceed 4 crore rupees and 40 crore rupees. The paid up capital shall not exceed 4 crores and the turnover shall not exceed 40 crore rupees. This was recently amended in the rules related to small company. Company specification of definition details rules 2014. A change was made with respect to the paid up capital and turnover of the small company being 4 crore and 40 crores respectively. Question number 13. The maximum number of directors in a public company can be dash, and it can be more than the said number if the company passes a. The correct answer is 15 and special resolution. This is given under section number 149, which talks about company to have board of directors and a minimum of 3 directors in case of public company, 2 in case of private company, and 1 in case of 1-person company. Maximum will be 15 directors. This maximum limit can be further changed, further increased by passing a special resolution. Question number 14. A prospectus shall not be a valid prospectus if it has been issued. Correct answer is more than 90 days after the date on which a copy is delivered to the registrar for filing. So, in order to be a valid prospectus, it shall be issued within 90 days from when a copy has been given to the registrar. This is given under section number 26, matters to be stated in prospectus. Subsection A talks about this. Moving to question number 15, the last question of this video. What is the minimum number of members required to form a public company? The correct answer is minimum 7 members. This is given under section number 3, formation of a company. A company may be formed for any lawful purposes by 7 or more persons, where the company to be formed is a public, 2 or more persons in case of private company, and 1 person where the company is to be formed is 1 person company. So this is all. If you have any suggestions, if you have any queries, you can write them down in the comment box. We will discuss more questions from Companies Act in the upcoming videos. ixamBee helps you unfold your potential. We help you understand your strengths and weaknesses and perform to your utmost level in the competitive exams to achieve your dream job. For any queries, you can also reach out to this number mentioned on the screen. Subscribe to ixamBee's YouTube channel to stay tuned with such important videos. Thank you.